It's been said that no man is an island, which is true. Such as when you're going out to buy groceries, you're relying on someone else to package those food products for you. And then you have it in a store. Another person has a store where you can buy those food products so you can bring it to your home. And you had someone build your home for you. We have all these things in our complex society that we're relying on other people for. So that's where the saying comes from, that line of that philosophy of interdependence. No man is an island. And building off of that, wouldn't it be nice to have a large network, or rather a strong network of people that you can count on when you need to lean on them for support, when you need a strong support? I think few would argue against that. And therefore, with that saying of having a strong network of support leads into our second type of capital that we've been discussing over these past few videos. This second type of capital is emotional capital. As a quick recap, we have 4 different types of capital that we've been discussing so far. We have our personal capital, which is the stuff we have up here, we've discussed in the last video. Emotional capital, discussing in this video. The social capital, the people we have around us in the next video, and then financial capital, which we'll discuss in the video following that. So this video, emotional capital, a quick summary of what we've covered so far on what emotional capital is. So emotional capital, you can see it in 2 different lights. It could be both your inner strength, as in we all have the ability to get up in the morning and go to work, or we can all get on the floor right now and can do some push-ups. It also requires that motivation, as some people have called it, that inner strength to actually get up off the couch and actually go do something. That requires emotional capital. You're drawing this inner reservoir of strength that cannot be quantified by muscles, dollars, cents, or the people around you. It's the stuff that you have inside to actually get you up in the morning and get you going. That's your emotional capital. It could be for a number of different things. I just gave you a couple of examples, from working out to getting up in the morning. It could be you approaching that person that you have an anxiety over, perhaps it's a pretty girl you want to approach. That all requires your drawing from your emotional capital. Now the second part of emotional capital is that of the people you have around you. Now I know that sounds social, but what I'm referring to is the people that you can see them as your cheerleaders, the people that when you say, I want to do X, I want to run for the President of the United States, they're the people that cheer you on, saying that you can do it. That's your source of emotional capital from people around you. Now, moving on, how do we increase that emotional capital? Well, truth be told, it's still something I am figuring out myself, but I'll give it a shot in addressing this. How to increase your emotional capital. Starting with the first type of emotional capital we talked about, that of your inner strength. Well, it's been said a lot that we are creatures of habit, such as when we are at school, or perhaps we're attending a board meeting. So both in school and in work, we have a place we like to sit in that board table or in that classroom, and normally people don't really fluctuate from that. You take a guess on what that is that keeps us in that one seat throughout a semester, or throughout the duration of which we're contracted with a company. Well, it's habit. Habit as in It's the things that we do in the morning or to any time that we do it without thinking about it because it has been repetitive. It's happened so many times. So taking that concept of habit, which will go a bit beyond the scope of this video if we get too deep into it, of applying that to drawing on less of that inner strength. Well, you can say, working out, if we make a habit of working out at 8 a.m. every morning, then we begin thinking less about it. It takes us less of that motivation, that inner reservoir of strength in order to get down on our bases and start doing some push-ups. If we have made it a habit to continue doing that over a sustained period of time where we begin thinking less of it. So this is not necessarily increasing our emotional capital, though it can. Some argue that it can. When you've been doing so many times, that habit can correlate to increasing your emotional capital. Or specifically with this example, this is decreasing your use of the emotional capital that you have. Now that's addressing the first type of emotional capital. How about the second type? That of how we are having this network, strong network of cheerleaders that support us in whatever it is that we're doing. Well, think of the famous author Napoleon Hill, the famous American author in the 20th century, Napoleon Hill, most known for his work Think and Grow Rich. Well, in his book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill described the mastermind group. So basically, these are the people that you consult with on a regular basis. Say it's just a handful of people. You all have your own personalities, your own specialties, but you have that same mindset of trying to accomplish X, whatever that may be. And you discuss with each other about it, and then you bounce ideas off to each other, and you encourage one another. So one way you can increase this type of emotional capital is you continue. If you have a mastermind group, of course, if you don't build one, you consult with them regularly to strengthen those ties, and therefore that way you can increase your emotional capital by having stronger ties with the people that are encouraging you, by encouraging one another, reciprocating that encouragement. As all human civilization is built on reciprocation, which we have touched on before in previous videos. Reciprocate that encouragement. Do it regularly, do it often, so that these bonds, these emotional bonds become stronger. You see the people around you that are cheering you on, and you in turn are cheering them on. You see each other grow, as in you continually working towards that goal that you have. You're making a progressive and sometimes not linear, but very progressive and quantifiable progress towards whatever it is that you're doing. And you do it not by yourself, but with others along with you. And that way, as you are traveling down that same staircase with one another, that emotional capital grows. Those people, they grow along with you. And along the way, you may encounter these same individuals in your mastermind group that have been growing along with you. They have, through their own progress, made new connections that can also be helpful in your own situation. Perhaps they can share those connections with you. And that in turn will increase not just your emotional capital, but your social capital as well, which of course we will discuss social capital in the next video.